Hey, what's up, guys? It's Eric W here, and yes, you read that right. I am gonna do a video on a computer build, and this is building a computer for under $400 in well, $400, but yes. So let's just get straight into this. For the case, the case I chose for this was the DIY PC Skyline A ATX mid tower case, which is a case that's about it's 1899 with plus $10 shipping, so about 30 bucks for that. And it's a yeah ATX case. It just fits your needs. This is pretty much for this build. It's gonna be minimalistic. I mean, everything's gonna be as cheap as possible to make it work. So, and then the motherboard for this is an ECS A A55F2 slash M3 1.0 Micro ATX FM2 motherboard. It's $50 total, and it's for the FM2 socket, which is currently the latest generation FM socket that AMD has. So it has some upgradability, but once again, it is a cheaper motherboard, so it's not going to have major upgradability, but it can support things like 32 gigabytes RAM. It has one USB or PCI Express 2 slot and one PCI Express 1 slot, I believe. And the CPU I've chosen for that is an AMD Athlon 2X4 740, which is a 3.2 gigahertz quad core processor, and that's it costs $70 total with with a $10 rebate. And that is it's a good processor. It's AMD, obviously, so it's good. And I believe AMD's processors are all unlocked by default. Don't hold me to that, but I believe they are. And if that's the case, you could always overclock it if you buy a cooler for it. Because yeah, I mean 3.2 gigahertz quad core, that's pretty good already. I mean, I believe the PS4 is gonna have some octa-core processor. I guarantee you it's probably maybe some 2 point something gigahertz octa-core, which most games on PC anywhere are optimized at most for 4 cores, so having 8 isn't going to make much of a difference for you, at least. And then for RAM, some Team Elite 8 gig RAM, which is 1333 megahertz DDR3 RAM, and it costs 57 bucks. But for this, if you can find cheaper RAM that's for PC, that's 8 gigs, go for it. If you find anything cheaper, I mean, this is the cheapest I was able to find. And with a just real quick trying to find the cheapest RAM I could, this is the cheapest. And for the hard drive, I found a Seagate Montimus 500 gig 2.5 inch hard drive. It's 2.5 inch, so you're gonna have to, you could just mount it somewhere, but it's literally $50. So that's really cheap. I mean, you could probably, if you just do a little bit of searching, you probably find a 3.5 inch for 60 bucks. And if you, I mean, you probably already have a computer right now, I'm assuming. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could always just take that hard drive and put it in your computer. And then for the power supply for all of this, the Logisys 480 watt ATX 12 volt power supply, it's only $16. That's a really cheap power supply, like really cheap. And for the video card, I chose an Asus Radeon HD 7790 1 gig graphics card, which is only $123 for this build, and that's a pretty nice graphics card. Or no, it isn't actually, but it's about the equivalent of the Xbox One. Actually, the Xbox One is about a 7770 to a 7790, so it'll definitely be able to handle all the next gen games and that on the settings that they are equal to on console. And the total for all of this, without shipping or anything, like no promos, if you don't worry about any of that stuff, it's $401.91. But if you take away the promos and all that, and then add on the shipping, it's $397.87. But the thing is, you gotta think about prices of computer parts are constantly changing. This can fluctuate probably anywhere from like $370 to $440. You never know with how much things fluctuate. And I'm not gonna count for OS, that's something you're gonna have to find on your own, because you can always use a free one like Ubuntu or something, because Steam now supports that, so you could use that really easily. Or if you want to, you could always get Windows 7, pay the extra $100 for that. I'm not even gonna say Windows 8 because that's terrible, but yeah, you can always get Windows. And if you don't want to, I mean, you'll find your own means to get it. I mean, I know you can find your own way to get Windows 7. I mean, ain't nobody who built a computer who doesn't have that, even if they didn't buy a disk. So yeah, you'll find a way. And I'm not including an optical drive also because nobody uses those anymore. I mean, I think I used mine once ever, and I didn't even install Windows 7 through an optical drive. I installed it through a pen drive, so I literally just put a flash drive in there and installed it. So, I mean, if you really need, I mean, that's the only thing you'll ever use one for, maybe, is installing your OS. If you don't want to use a flash drive, if you don't know how to do that, which Googling can get you anywhere. So, yeah. But, yeah, about this whole list, I mean, I'm going to leave a PC parts picker at the bottom in the description so you guys can look at this yourself. You can make adjustments, post your adjustments in the description on that. I might do more system builds in the future, but this is it for now, just to show you guys that it is possible to build a computer that will easily perform without having to spend the $400 to $500. The PS4, I believe, is going to cost $400, and the Xbox One's going to cost $500. Don't hold me to that once again, because I don't remember. I don't keep up to date with consoles because I got a gaming computer. And another thing, this isn't going to look beautiful. It's going to be like, oh my gosh, this computer looks so sexy. Because once again, it is a $400 computer. The case literally costs $20 before the shipping. So you're not expecting something that will look absolutely gorgeous. I mean, if you want a stunning computer, you're going to have to put a few extra bucks to it. Nothing here is going to match. The CPU, the memory, the video card, all that's just random colored stuff. The motherboard's just a random color, and the case like black. So, I mean, you can make all the adjustments you want to this. That power supply is definitely, I mean, if you can find one, but if you could get a better one, get one, because that one, I don't know how well that will last. I mean, this is estimated to use about 300 watts of power, the overall computer itself. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this build. Comment, like, subscribe. Tell me if you think I should do more of these in the future. Because, I mean, I definitely know I stuttered a lot in here, made a few mistakes. But, I mean, I enjoy doing stuff like this. So, tell me what you guys think. And I'll see you guys next time.